Hey leaders, I hope you're having a great day. All this month we are talking about how to kind of build relationships for the coach and service provider so you can have authentic community and ultimately book your next coaching client. And so as I am talking to a lot of you people lately, I've been noticing a common theme and challenge that I think we all struggle with. And so, of course, that's always inspiration for me to hop on live video and kind of give you a rundown of some tips and tricks of how to help you just move past the stuckness. So today I wanted to talk to you about content creation hacks for the coach and service provider, because as you are building relationships, as you're putting yourself out there, increasing your visibility and marketing, your content is like the cornerstone of how you can connect with people, how you can attract the right people and repel the wrong ones, and ultimately kind of convert those people into people that you can end up working with. So content is really super important because that is your outlet, your expression of you using your own voice. It's a great way for you to be able to serve like lots of people at one time, and ultimately it's a way for people to experience you and to kind of understand like who you are, what you do, and how working with you may like really change their lives and make an impact in their life as well. But I think the common challenge that people have is that here's like really like content creation. What do I even write about? What do I even make? So the creation piece, and then maybe like the execution piece, like the posting. How do I actually post things in the right places? And also just knowing like maybe creating like an organized system where you can take your content ideas all the way to execution, and getting it to the right places. Hi Lee, good to see you. Happy holidays to you. We were talking about content creation, so if you have any questions or comments, just let me know. So first I wanted to talk about content creation, the inspiration of your ideas of what to even write about. And so I really want to encourage you to know that you have a voice, you have a message to share. It's just a matter of owning it. It's a matter of looking inside your own experiences, to kind of tap into your own expertise already. So some questions you can ask yourself, again, it's, your why. What do you want to be known for? What do you want? How do you want to help people? Why do you want people to come to you in order for you to serve them? What are some challenges that people are having, and you're able to help them? What are some things that frustrate you about your industry, and then how would you like to change it? And what are some things that you love to talk about? You could talk about for days. Time just kind of passes on really quickly. So just kind of knowing like what you like to talk about is a great place to start. I'm gonna start generating some ideas, just kind of jotting them down. Free flow ideas of inspiration, kind of keeping a list of running ideas you can talk about. But then also I think the other part of that is knowing like what do your prospects need from you? What do they need to hear from you? What can they learn from you? And so I like to consider it as kind of like client inspired content. So really, once you talk to more people, once you really get to know what they're dealing with, kind of using those conversations as a catalyst for your content. So for me, like when I write my weekly newsletter, Letters for Leaders, they're typically inspired by a coaching call, a conversation I've had with a peer, maybe something I'm dealing with in my own life. And so just finding like real life inspiration as well, conversations that you keep having over and over again, things like that, like really looking for inspiration in your real life as well. So once you kind of gather your ideas of things you like to talk about, what things that you're actually talking about, and those are great ways to start collecting your ideas, your kind of like content creation library of inspired ideas. And then the last piece of that too is, again, if you have maybe like you're already teaching a curriculum, you already have like a program that you are teaching, maybe you already have something that is like already made for you that you've already used to guide people through. Use that as well. Really kind of using content that's already made for you, so you don't have to feel like you don't need to like reinvent the wheel, you don't need to like create new things. You can just maybe repurpose some of those things as well, just kind of put your own spin to it, and maybe adapt it to the appropriate platform. So again, inspiration for your ideas. Try not to filter yourself. Try to kind of be, again, like open and authentic to what you have to say and what people need to hear, because that's what is really compelling about content, is just having things that really resonate with people. So that's phase one of content creation, gathering your inspired ideas. And then I think phase two is kind of creating like organizing all those things in a way that makes sense. So for me, the way that I like to organize things is having a very specific purpose for each of my platforms. So I create a bulk of my content for the purpose of my email newsletter, Letters for Leaders, and my blog, to continue to drive traffic to my website. And those are actually the same piece of content. If you notice, on a weekly basis, I'll post on my blog, but then I will use my email to kind of give a summary with a link to my blog, so that my email newsletter subscribers will be able to, so that I refer them to my website. And vice versa. If somebody reads my blog and at the end I have a call to action for them to join my email newsletter. So that's kind of like my main focus, is having people on my email newsletter list or on my website and my blog. And then from there, I will break up some of that content into maybe smaller chunks and use that for my Facebook group, Authentic Brand Leaders. So again, typically we have like a weekly theme, kind of like daily prompt, and we'll talk about whatever I'm sharing on my email newsletter and blog post, but I'll break it up into smaller chunks and then share that throughout the week. So that's kind of what I do for my Facebook strategy. And then Instagram too, I will just post a lot more of similar, repurpose some of the similar content, but also just kind of use that platform more for fun things as well. Because I think the thing about content, I have to remember, it's really more about connecting with people, like really engaging with people as well. So you can be as planned and organized to kind of save time and sanity, but also knowing that social media is social. So, having lots of fun, spontaneous, inspired posts sprinkled throughout too, could also be just a fun way for you to engage that way. Cool. And then obviously the third piece of that is execution. So having your inspired ideas, actually writing it out in a very strategic way, and then actually posting them. So obviously you can post them yourself, or you can use a lot of different scheduling tools. Hootsuite is good for social media scheduling. I use Post Planner for my Facebook stuff, and I use ConvertKit for my emails. So you can have that all kind of set up and planned out for you to post as well. And then I think once you kind of get a system that works for you, just knowing like what's reasonable for you, what's kind of getting into the routine of creating your content and then posting them. Like I like to bulk create stuff, so I typically will do it on like a Friday or something. But then once you kind of get into the routine, it just does get easier. It's just a matter of getting started, finding what's working and what's not working, and constantly tweaking it to make things better as well. That's kind of like the evaluation and adjust piece that comes at the end of every sort of project that you can be doing. So, I hope that is helpful for you. I actually have a resource that could be helpful. It's called the Authentic Brand Content Creation Guide, and I can post a link to that in the Facebook group as well, because I honestly haven't shared it yet with the public. I've only been using this with one-on-one clients. But I think it will be helpful for some of you just to get started brainstorming your ideas and ultimately writing it. But again, with the focus of just really spreading your message, using your content to be able to connect with the right people and to serve in a really big and authentic way. So I hope that is helpful for you, and if you like this video, please share it or comment in the comments below. And just a reminder that the Mastermind program for extraordinary entrepreneurs, enrollment is open for that. So if you are interested in learning how to consistently book those coaching clients so you can use your expertise and experience to serve people in a really big way while growing your business and your influence, definitely invite you to go to chichencoaching.com/mastermind. And I'd love to hear from you and answer all your questions that you may have about that. So I hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye!